Before I start my presentation, I think that you would be interested to know that what I'm doing in the European Commission. So I'm working in the Directorate General for Environment, and in the department which is called Natural Capital, and unit is called Nature Protection. In DG Environment there are about 500 people working on different environmental issues, so air quality, waste, water management, and so on. And the Nature Protection Unit is quite small. We are altogether 25 people there, and four out of these 25 is secretaries. So you can imagine that as we are working with 28 member states and we are only basically 21 persons working, so we are quite busy there. And a Nature Protection Unit is dealing with Habitats Directive and Birds Directive and Natura 2000 issues. We also actually work with the Zoos Directive, but it's a kind of a quite marginal part of our work. And my work in the unit is, first of all, I'm responsible of 4 countries, Finland, Sweden, Estonia, and Denmark. Soon I will get rid of Denmark, but at the moment I'm still working with those 4 countries. And it means that it's all sorts of issues from these countries which deal with Habitats and Birds Directive and Natura 2000. So very interesting and variable work. And on top of this, I'm also working with 2 international agreements. IVA agreement, so African Eurasian water birds agreement, and another agreement it is about raptors memorandum of understanding. And it's not yet all what I'm doing. I also have an horizontal task in the unit. I'm working with the hunting under the Birds Directive, and that work is also including the illegal killing and taking and trade of birds in European Union. Yes, so I thought that this might be interesting for you to know what I'm doing in the Commission. My presentation is about making Natura 2000 to work, and I took elements that I thought that which are also of general interest to you, and also I tried to find something which would contribute to especially for the discussions today and tomorrow. First, let's have a look a little bit what are the attitudes of EU citizens on biodiversity and Natura 2000. There has been a recent Eurobarometer study from 2015 which interviewed some 30,000 citizens around 27 EU member states, asking different questions about biodiversity and Natura 2000. I'm only taking a couple of issues here. And one is a question about what people know about Natura 2000. And this is quite interesting, what are the results. 26% of the respondents have heard about Natura 2000 network. 26%. And if we look at a little bit closer to this, 10% have heard of it and they know what it means. And 16% who say that they have heard about Natura 2000, they don't know exactly what is the meaning of Natura 2000. So that means that majority of EU citizens, according to this Eurobarometer, have never heard of Natura 2000. And this is quite amazing, I think. And then this statistics, I'm sure you don't see everything, but if we look at the green colors, wait, I try to use this pointer. The green colors, so here, this one says that these people in Bulgaria, 40%, they have heard of it, and they also say that they know what it is. So that is the highest percentage. And Finland is the second best. So in Finland, 36% of people know about Natura 2000, and they also say that they know what it means. But if we look at the other percentage, the light green, it says 38% they have heard about it, but not knowing in exactly what it means. And 26% here concerning Finnish respondents say that they have never heard of it. Very interesting, I find. And what about then the term biodiversity? Overall, 60% of respondents of all EU citizens in this EU barometer, they say that they have heard about the term biodiversity. 30% say that they have heard and they also know what it means, and another 30% they have heard about the term, but they don't know exactly what it means. So it means that 39% have not heard about the term biodiversity. So that would mean that we have quite a lot of work to do to continue working on informing what Natura 2000 means and what biodiversity means. So, about Natura 2000. I'm sure that all of you here in this room that you know about Natura 2000, but I would like to still go a little bit through on the latest statistics. So first of all, this Natura 2000 network, it's based on the two directives, the Habitats and Birds Directive. They are the basis of the Natura 2000 network. And at the moment, it is the largest coordinated network of protected areas in the world. We have more than 27,000 sites in this network, and it covers 1 million square kilometers. And if we put this surface in percentage, 18% of the EU land area is covered by Natura 2000 network. And if we look at the marine areas, that is about almost 6%. The one issue is, which is maybe not so well known to you either, that Commission has this Natura 2000 viewer. So it's an online tool that you can go and look at. Is there, if you are, for example, planning to go, let's say, to Romania for a work trip or for holidays, you can look at this Natura 2000 viewer and see where there are Natura 2000 sites in that destination where you are going. And it also provides the standard data forms, so if you want to know more about what exactly the Natura 2000 is, what habitats and species should be there. So that's a very useful tool to use. Then I'm also taking some of these initiatives, or explaining some initiatives that the Commission has taken concerning the, especially on the Natura 2000 network. First, I would like to introduce the Natura 2000 biogeochemical seminars. If you know that the EU biodiversity strategy is calling for significant improvement in the conservation status of birds and habitats and birds species and other species which are covered by the Birds and Habitats Directive. And there is a target that there should be a significant improvement by 2020, as the birds and other species and habitat types are not doing so well within the EU 28. And to help to meet this target, Commission took the initiative to provide this kind of biogeographical process, Natura 2000 biogeographical process, trying to bring different stakeholders and authorities together. I would say that exactly what you are doing now, why you are here. So there is a similar kind of Natura 2000 biogeographical process, trying to share information, experience, improve networking, and so on. And as this is biogeographical, it means that it takes place in different parts of EU. So in Boreal region there is one process ongoing, in Atlantic area, in continental area, in Mediterranean, and so on. And as we are in Finland, I have to say that especially the Boreal seminar is very active. It's much more active than these other processes in other biogeographical regions. And it was Finland and Sweden together who were very actively also promoting this when this process started. Then I also would like to mention the Natura 2000 communication platform. This is a platform available in the Commission website, where you can find all sorts of information on different initiatives going on in different parts of European Union. And when there was a question about these voluntary camps, for example, that were to find this kind of information, I don't think it's existing here, but there is a calendar possibility in this platform. So if you have an interesting event coming, you can also ask to put your event in this calendar. Especially if you want also that people from other countries would come to this event. So that is one option to use. So I'm not so sure that this is very. I'm sure that it's not sufficiently used. So please have a look on this initiative. Well, then I would also like to mention a little bit costs and benefits of managing Natura 2000 network. There is an estimation that the management and restoration of Natura 2000 network costs around 6 billion euros per year. But, okay, that looks a huge amount of money. But on the other hand, there is also estimations, there has been at least 3 different studies done, that the benefits Natura 2000 network provides are estimated to be something like from 200 to 300 billion euros per year. Financing Natura 2000. As you might know, that the financing at the moment is mostly delivered through the so-called integration approach, which means that different kind of EU funds include also a scope to finance Natura 2000 measures in Natura 2000 sites, like the rural development program, say, in national level. only the LIFE project is entirely dedicated to financing environment and climate-related actions, and I think most of you know the LIFE Nature sub-program, which is really about targeting the measures to Natura 2000 sites. I took a little bit statistics also from the allocations of financial needs to Natura 2000 and broader biodiversity per some countries or some regions of countries. This is from the study done by the Commission, and I would like to show you here, for example. Well, first of all, I should explain what it means. So the yellow column here means what the member states have indicated how much money is needed for Natura 2000 and biodiversity. It is called so-called PAF, which comes from the word Prioritized Action Framework. Each of the member states has provided this kind of exercise. They have looked at the different needs for Natura 2000 or broader biodiversity and ideas how they would like to allocate these costs using different EU funds. And the blue one is then showing that how much the country actually has included funding under the Rural Development Programme or other operational programs. In this case, the structural funds and the cohesion fund. And as Finland is part of this study, you can see that Finland has provided quite high amount of money that should be allocated for Natura 2000 or to cover the cost. But then in practice, this is the much less is included different kind of EU programs. If you look at Estonia, it's much more closer here. How much is estimated? What are the needs? And then what is in the different programs. Then I'm going to go through one particular program in Ireland. This is a live Burren program in Ireland, and I think maybe some of you are familiar on this program. And why I'm talking about this, I can tell you that the reason is that there was an Atlantic Natura 2000 seminar a couple of weeks ago in Ireland, and some of my colleagues were in this seminar, and when they came back to the office, they were all promoting this particular Burren Life program, that this is really super good what they are doing here in terms of combining the conservation and the farming. So I thought that, okay, maybe, I didn't know about this, so I thought that maybe there is also some people here who don't know it, so let's have a look what it means. So this is in the western part of, mid-western part of Ireland, this Barren area, and it's limestone pavement, grasslands, heath, so open landscape, and there is a long history of farming in this area. And there was a live project already some years ago, 2005, 2010, and that was kind of providing the initiative, what is happening now in practice in Burren area. So it's locally targeted conservation program investing in farmers, their land, and in livestock. I'm not saying that I'm a specialist on this project, but there is a very good website where you can find more information. They have a novel, practical, hybrid approach to farming and conservation, which is farmers are paid for both work undertaken and, most importantly, for the delivery of defined environmental objectives. So this is a key issue in this program. In this program, they are also trying to avoid too much bureaucracy, which is always an interesting issue. The farmers are preparing every year a short farm plan, which is simple, something like 3 pages, as they say, and this is telling what the farmer in their land, or in his own land, what is supposed to do in 1 year. They also have, of course, help on this, a trained advisor and the Buren Life team helping. And what is interesting here is that the farm plan includes 2 payment categories. They have payment for actions. So this is a implementation of this farm plan, what the farmer has planned to do. So he's paid according to that. And there is also a co-funding, of course, by the farmer. And then there is payment for results, and this is at least to me, the most important or most interesting part, payment for results, so that there is a checklist, which is the land is a kind of there is a health check that what exactly is now the result according to the work that the farmer has done. And then this checklist is giving like points from 1 to 10. And then the more the farmer has points, the better he is paid. So this is giving a very, very interesting motivation for the farmer to manage his land. And of course here it is very much the farmer can use his own skills and experience to reach the objectives. So I think that is a very interesting motivation, this payment for results. This came out also in some other presentations today. So it's farmer-led, this program, and it's results-based, and it's flexible and adaptable. So this farm plan, for example, farmer he can be flexible. What kind of work? If he has a need to change it, that is possible. So there is flexibility, and as I said, that it's not very bureaucratic, which is a good thing, and it's local and practical. This is the website where you can find more information on that. I know I'm jumping to another issue, but before I'm closing my presentation, I would like to mention about the Natura 2000 award, which is an award that anybody who is working with either Natura 2000 issues or broader biodiversity issues and would like to get a recognition for the work. We have had this Natura 2000 award for a couple of years now. 2014 was the first time. If you are interested to apply to this award, please have a look on this website. And if I'm not wrong, I think Romania was a winner, if not this year, 2014. Yeah, yes, yeah. So it really gives recognition for your work. So, for example, I can think of in Finland something like the work on the Saimaa Rindshield, this voluntary work to make sure that the Saimaa seal have a snow cover when they are breeding. So something like that, I think it really they should apply to this kind of Natura 2000 award. Those who are finalists in this Natura 2000 award system, they are invited to Brussels, to European Commission. The Commissioner for Environment is there, and then all the celebration. And that's not all that. The finalists are invited to Brussels. They also will have other actions promoted by the Commission afterwards. So I would like to thank you for your attention. And I know that there are lots of questions from you. So because I'm saying also tomorrow, so don't hesitate to come to me, and if you have something to ask or something you think that the Commission should know, so I am happy to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marita. And Marita, here is also a book for you. The texts in the book, they are in Finnish, but now
I can survive.
You're the only one who can really read it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now some specific comments for Marita before the general discussion. Comments? Okay, I have one comment. This is partly a joke, but you showed the picture about how many people know in each country that what is the Natura 2000, for example. And what if you would plot that how much area is included in each country? Does it correlate positively or negatively with that knowledge of people, that how many Natura 2000 areas they have in their countries? Like I saw, for example, can you show the picture?
Right.
Yep. Yes, this one, yeah. I think it is, yeah.
So, for example, Slovenia have something like 30% of land area under Natura 2000, yes. And they are wait here.
The third one, yeah. Yes, yeah. So at least it is very well then planned and implemented, perhaps in their country. What about the Romania? They got the prize, Natura 2000 prize. And they are here. According to this graph, not that many people know that what is Natura 2000 in their country.
Well, of course, concerning Romania and Bulgaria and Croatia, they are quite new.
Yes, exactly.
So that is kind of understandable.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
By the way, next year the Habitats Directive has 25th anniversary.
That's great. Yes. Yeah. And I also must say that have a look on this Commission website, because it's very informative. There is lots of good information available. So please have a look. And thank you also for the tip for the calendar for the international events.
Yes, please use that.